Okay, so homework number 10, the last one, square roots and real numbers. Let's start down here with square roots. I want to actually start at the bottom. I think they should have done these um, the other way. What is the square root of 49? What's the answer to that? What's the square root of 49?
Seven.
It is 7, exactly. And the reason, what's the reason? Like if a younger person asked you why is the square root of 49 7? I think you would say quite correctly, because 7 times 7 is 49. Exactly right. Exactly right. Because the square root of 49, because 7 times 7 is 49. So the answer is 7. Okay. So with that same thought in mind, then what's happening here? Well, this has just got a negative in the front, and then the square root of 49 is 7. So no big deal. It's just negative 7. Nothing fancy there. But now this one is actually going to be weird, isn't it? What is the square root when the negative gets inside like that? Well, it's d and e. The answer is going to be d and e, does not exist. And the reason is because there is no real number times itself to equal negative 49. There's no way to do that. You can't multiply a number times itself to be negative 49, right? If you took negative 7 times negative 7, that'd be positive 49. You think, well, we'll take one negative and one positive. Those are different. That's the opposite. That's not a number times itself. That's a number times its opposite. You can't do that. That's not what square roots ask for. They say what number times its very self, what number times itself is negative 49? It's impossible, isn't it? You can't have a real number. Now, there are imaginary. If you've done higher math, you might be aware that we can actually use imaginary numbers, not real, but imaginary. And we start using the I, and the answer is actually 7i. But we're not going there in this class. In more advanced classes, they do that. They'll talk about the fact that, yeah, there's no real number, but we can use imaginary numbers, which might sound funny, but it's actually something used, even though it's imaginary, it's used in real life engineering and other applications, circuit design for electricity and things like that, magnetism, all the time. Anyway, I won't, enough said. We're not going there. We'll just say does not exist because there's no real number times itself that could ever equal negative 49.